Hey, everybody, welcome back to Kill by Daylight. The Great Fumbling 2026 is here early this year. What I mean by that is referencing one of my favorite lines in music from my teenage years. I was about, 2007? I was about 16, 15, 16, which is pretty apropos given the things we're talking about today. But the line comes from the song Doomsday from Atreyu. And that line is, Doomsday has come early this year. And it's just such a great line because it resonates, especially now, given adulthood and 2025, 2026. Oh no, I'm Mr. Mackey now. But just fuck, Doomsday's here again. It's pretty early this year. Just kind of means, it's always something, right? Always something to put us in that headspace. Well, the Great Fumbling 2026 is here early this year because, doofa. 11. Okay. Dustin. Why? Why is Dustin? Why? I have a lot of whys for this one. I already read the patch notes. I already read his power. I haven't seen it in action. That might be a different story, right? I haven't actually watched the trailer. I've just read the forum notes. So let's get a live reaction to this trailer. Sit back. Yep. That's his Mori, I know that. I've seen... Ooh, don't pause in that face. I've seen slight things here and there about this. That's his Mori, I know that.
This is a gold red. Does anybody come? Hello, Dustin.
Eddie!
No matter where you run,
This beat fucks.
you safe. All roads lead back to me.
It's a good ass trailer. Was that not?
This is a gold red.
That doesn't sound like Gatton. It doesn't sound like him.
Does anybody come?
Which, fucking weird, because he plays the game, so why not get him to voice the character? Maybe it is, maybe that's just a weird soundbite.
Oh, Dustin.
Maybe, I don't know. That does sound like... It does sound like her. That can now be a whole squad. Minus one of them, because it's 4v1.
You run, or who you save.
Why has Eddie gotta be on the hook, man? Hasn't he suffered enough?
Lead back to me.
I'm hoping you got everybody who voices these characters to come back, because I really hope that's, Jamie Campbell Bower, because he fucking tore it up in the show. Tore it up. Good trailer. Good trailer. It doesn't explain a goddamn reason why he's here, but we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Patch notes 9.4.0. PTB goes until the 13th. Cool. I think the rumored date is the 27th of January, I think. But okay. So before anything happened, they started teasing like 11 and Dustin as the survivors, and that was my big problem. Just start with, because I wanted Joyce and Hopper go check out the Let's Talk About, where I basically gave my wish list, and I basically created a better killer than Behavior. More in the lore, and no tokens systems. Oh my god, we're going back. We're regressing. It's evolution, but backwards. He gets a vine attack, you hold the power button, he does his vine attack like he does in the show. Okay. One charge, you do it, creates a small area effect on the ground. This is where we have to watch the footage that we're going to watch, because again, I haven't seen any of the gameplay. That reads to me like he does the thing, and where the tentacle either starts, which is his body, or where it ends is where it leaves a small area of effect, or maybe it's like a pyramid head thing where it's like in a straight line. I don't know. We'll have to see. Any survivors caught within the area of the vine attack, so I'm assuming that is the area of effect that it leaves, earn a World Breaker token. Where have I heard this story before? A tentacle attack that doesn't do immediate damage but adds a status effect. Oh, one of the most poorly thought out killers in Nemesis. Okay. Yay. Gets special ability, the Upside Down and Undergate, which is just a funny Undergate. He basically can be like Demo, but they word it in a way where he seems like it's more alien, like the Xenomorph, and not like Demo. I was really hoping they'd be like, yo, Demo rework as well. Would be fitting. There's a lot of weird things in this one, and we'll get to that nice little 2v8 there. But basically, you can enter the Upside Down and navigate the map quickly by tapping the ability button. While in the Upside Down, the killer can activate an Undergate attack to return to the map, creating a large area of effect. Not a small one, a large one. Survivors caught within its radius gain 2 World Breaker tokens. Ooh! How do you use those tokens? What do those tokens do? Well, good thing you asked, Strawman. Special condition / item World Breaker, grandfather clocks. Once survivors gain enough tokens, World Breaker activates, and the World Breaker timer begins. While it's active, both the Vine attack and Undergate attacks do damage to survivors instead of adding World Breaker tokens, and 4 grandfather clocks activate. This is where I'm getting the old, oh, his Vine attack doesn't do damage. It's not a ranged attack like Pyramid Head, which was like the gold standard of ranged attacks that aren't Huntress Hatchets or... No, that's about it, because Trickster Knives still suck. Like, why can't we just, like, he hits them with the special attack and they take damage? And it's like, oh, so fucking simple. World Breaker lasts for a predetermined amount of time. What that time is, fuck you, you'll never find out until somebody, like, figures it out. Based on the number of survivors alive. So, basically, the more survivors alive, is what it sounds like, the longer it lasts. Which, okay, maybe not in lore. It should work that way, where more survivors alive, the longer the timer lasts, but then you get, like, endgame, and things can get wonky. Survivors can interact with the grandfather clock, spread around the map to speed up the timer, which, okay, fine, whatever. Perks. These are the funniest ones I've seen in quite a while. Turn back the clock after hooking a survivor for 60 seconds. You press the button to make a targeted generator within 20 meters explode, lose 10% progress, and start regressing. It is Surge, but you basically do the Tobey Maguire, and then one that is just in your vicinity or within your range gets popped. Okay. Why not just use Surge? Surge hits within, I think, the same radius, but it's every generator within that radius, which means on certain maps like RPD and Hawkins, it hits up and down. Yeah. Weird that it hits up and down. So like, okay, it seems like a useful perk. I will say that. It's not completely ass, like we've seen in the past with some perks. So okay, he's got one that's pretty decent. Good. See your project. When a totem is blessed or cleansed, block a random unblocked gen for 30 seconds. When one or more gens becomes blocked, you gain undetectable for 30. Okay, simple enough. Too bad they have to bless or cleanse a totem. I thought the same thing many people thought, where it's not here, of course it's not. The key art that they released, the same one that the art that you see at the end of the trailer, showcases a boon. So everybody thought, oh, at least one of the survivors has come with a boon. Spoiler, no. That's not happening. So, okay, sure. Hex builds are alive and well. Without Hex perks being reworked to be usable. Okay. Hex Hive Mind. For the first time you hook a survivor, a dull totem becomes a Hex totem. So you can get 4 uses out of it. Woo. Generators are highlighted. The intensity of the gen or reveals their repair progress. When one generator remains, okay, all remaining generators explode, lose 10% progress, and start regressing, and the Hex becomes dull. Okay. That actually seems useful. That last bit is actually useful. Because when one generator remains, so they're 1 gen away from unlocking the exit gates. I've been there several times where One gen left, like one person's dead. There's a gen right next to me. There's one that way and one that way. And like I'm talking like hundreds of meters away. And I can't get around to all of them quick enough to kick all of them or check them, right? This makes them all explode and take 10% damage, and they start to regress. Okay, 2 out of the perks are pretty good, and 1 could probably be decent, given... Does a dull totem being broken equal cleansed? I don't think so, right? So maybe... this one, subject to pending approval, we'll say. Now we go to the most questionable character. Why is he here? We'll get into that in a moment. Dustin Henderson, bada bada boom. Okay, it's been a while since I watched the first 4 seasons, but I don't remember him saying it in the 5th season, so there's that. After completing 20% worth of repairs, you press the ability button next to a window to trap it for 60 seconds. The trap triggers when the killer performs a vault on a window, inflicting them with 50% hindered for 6 seconds. There was a perk with Krashu, right? Where like it makes you vault faster or something like that. I don't feel like going back to these, but here we are. This is not it. This is not it. This ain't it. 2.0? When was the Crash? There she is. There's that beautiful face. Didn't you I thought there was a recent perk. Performance. There was a recent perk where it was like just let you vault faster or something like that. Maybe Springtrap came with it. I don't remember. But like this seems like the counter to Bamboozle and Superior Anatomy and all those other perks that like require vaulting. Okay, this is going to be the bane of a lot of people's existence, I think, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Change of plan, start with 2 tokens, because we love these fucking perks here. All of a sudden, while inside a locker and holding a non-event toolbox, which makes me terrified for future events that will have special toolboxes that work in the event only. Press the ability button, spend a token, and transform your toolbox into a medkit of the same rarity with random add-ons of the same rarity. The new medkit has 100% of its charges. That's actually a really cool perk. I actually like that one a lot because why not? It's interesting, right? You start with 2 tokens. There's no way to gain tokens, which makes it balanced because you have to be holding a toolbox, right? Okay, you repair a gen fully. Then you go into a locker and you transform your medkit into, or your toolbox into a medkit of the same rarity with the same rarity items, add-ons, or with a random add-on of the same variety. So purple gets you purple or whatever the color coding system is now. I like that. I dig that because you sometimes go into a trial, use a toolbox, get hit and go, I need a medkit. I need to get healed, but none of my teammates are fucking altruistic. So I'm not getting healed. Now you have that answer. That's actually a pretty decent perk I think I might run a lot. Maybe. I still like the Nancy perk where you get into a locker and you just wait and then you get your stuff back. I like that. But I don't know. This seems like a good alternative. I like that. Because you can start with the toolbox, use your brand new part on a generator because you're going to be that asshole, and then you got a medkit. I like that. Teamwork full circuit. Teamwork perks failed the moment they were introduced with a failure of a chapter known as Tools of Torment, or hey, you like cake? I know you do. We love cake here too, because that's all that chapter is known for. Huge asses. She's got a nice ass. Your head's all the way up it, Pixel. Love you, Pixel. Yeah. All right, back on track, I guess. Teamwork full circuit. For each survivor repairing a gen with you, the size of the good skill check zone is increased by 25%. That's harmless. I like that. That's harmless. That's fine. Repairing it with at least one other survivor, you repair 5% faster. I fucking hate that we keep doing gen repair perks and gen regression perks because that is the biggest problem with Dead by Daylight is RNG. I don't know how fast the gens are going to be going because there are 1,000 different perks that make them speed up. That is what I hate. I hate that. I hate running a gen rush build because that's not fun. Sitting on a generator isn't fun. Chase builds are fun. The healing builds that I run are fun. I love running head on and shit like that. Pebble is great. Just like Pebble. Great. This, we need more of those perks, less of this. Less of like, okay, yeah, it's only 5%, but I'm willing to bet that stacks with Prove Thyself, which is the biggest bane of existence to the whole Gen Rush meta, or the big boon of the Gen Rush meta. Fucking stop. Like, that's what needs... Oh, I hit the button. Cool, that's fun. Quick question, behavior. Why can I click on these? Why do they lead to a image document? That's so fucking weird. It's like, stop. 2026, we need a health update where they're just like, all right, we're going to look at gens and how fast they go and nerf the gen regression perks and progression perks. We're going to rework all of them. Yeah, it's going to be an undertaking because out of the 1,000 perks in this game from both Killer and Survivor, about 800 of them are gen regression or progression perks, right? Like, if you simplify gen speeds and they all go the same speed no matter what, right? I think it's 80 seconds to complete a generator without like a toolbox or these weird ass perks. You simplify that, you make that the same in every match. 100 out of 100 matches, the gens go the same speed, no variables. Then you can get into esports, which I know you guys still fucking want. Gotta get RNG out of here. At least on that end. Like, map generation is completely fucked because you guys don't know what you're doing anymore. Palette density and all this other weird shit. Gens need to be wrangled in and made streamlined on how long they take. Again, it could be, I can make a whole video about that. I wish there was whiskey in this cup. But there's not. 11. Extrasensory perception. After crouching for 4 seconds, you see the auras in an expanding radius up to 44 meters. That's a lot. That's a big range. That's bigger than a Wesker terror radius. And you also gain Elusive and Oblivious. I don't remember what Elusive is, but I don't really care to look it up. When you stop crouching, or after 11 seconds, the perk enters a 40-second cooldown. They don't say what auras you can see, so I'm just gonna guess it's Survivor, Killer, Totem. You know, the fun stuff. Harmless perk. Kind of. Kinda. We see you. When the killer reveals your aura, you gain a token. When you have 4 tokens, spend all the tokens, and you and other survivors see the killer's aura for 15 seconds, has a 10-second cooldown. My god, what's with the aura reading perks? I say in the year 2026, like it's 2023. No gen progression perks, though. Oh, is that foreshadowing? You bet your bippy it is. Teamwork, soft-spoken. For each other survivor repairing the gen with you, the range at which gen repair noise is heard is reduced by 25%. Harmless. Same thing with this one. Harmless. Sure. And then, while repairing with one other survivor, you gain 5% faster repair speed. Again, willing to bet that stacks. Did you think that nice little 2D heart for the visual terror radius needs to be 3D? No. Did you think it needed its own lullaby version? No. You didn't think they needed to waste time, money, and resources to fuck with something that nobody wanted to be fucked with? Sucks to suck. That's happening. 2v8 available on the PTB. That's actually very weird. That's only on PTB. To the 13th, so basically the entire run. Good guy gets buffs. Nemesis gets stuff. They did stuff. I do not care about 2v8. Could not, would not on a boat. They fixed some stuff. They did some stuff. Look at all this stuff that they fixed. Yeah, also Walking Dead fucked everything up. I'll just say that. that was the first PTB where voice lines just stopped working, and now they haven't fixed it. Voice lines for new survivors are unavailable, so you can't hear Dustin or 11 or the other characters that they gave voice lines to. So let's take a look at some stuff, right? This is from D-Strike. This is the Stranger Things All Survivors lobby animations. Something that I don't have pulled up because it's on the Twitter, and I don't feel like going back to that hellscape, is Ruthless reports that Steve and Nancy now have voice lines, which thumbs up if we get Millie to voice 11 and Gatton to voice Dustin, and we get Joe Keery to voice Steve, and actress. I'm so sorry, I forgot your name. It's there. I see it, but all I see is Nancy's new reworked face because they did that too. They made her look more like Nancy and not a gremlin, which we had a problem with. Okay, but hopefully we get all of these people to voice these people. Joseph Quinn to voice Eddie, and Maya Hawke to voice Robin. That'd be pretty fucking cool. Again, Jamie Campbell-Bower to voice Vecna would be amazing. But no Joyce or Hopper. Lobby animations. This is the only one I saw? Well, not the only one I saw. I saw Eddie's, because Eddie. That's not how you hold that. We don't understand. I think Sable's cup animation is still fucked. They like fixed it like one patch after her and Unknown came to the game, and it's still weird. She used to like hold it like this, like a normal fucking person, like holding this, but now it's like she holds it like that. Like, who the fuck holds a cup like that? Dumbasses. You break more than you fix at this point. Anyway, I like this reference. I like him shouting into the walkie-talkie. I like that, because that was his big thing in Season 4. Actually, it's been his big thing in every season. And just being like, bah, it doesn't work. Put it back on the ground. Eddie! I love that he does have his guitar, which makes me go, hey, where the fuck is Jeff's guitar? Where is Jeff's pit bull? You have some crimes to answer for, Kote. And no, Jason coming to the game will not... It'll absolve you of some sins, but not others. I'll just say that one. I do like that she is cross-legged. I do like that she is cross-legged, like she is, like she's meditating. And Robin is just here. Poor Robin, man. She gets her Season 3 fit. Like, okay, yeah, I get it. Steve's, like, most popular cosmetic is the Scoops Ahoy Steve. But, like, she's in Season 4 and 5. She's in Season 5 a lot. You couldn't just give her that fit, make her look like a normal fucking human? No? Alright. Just let the voices be the same. I didn't notice this before because I was just looking at my tiny ass phone screen. He does have the Squawk shirt. He's got the hat from Season 4. He's got a Squawk shirt. This fit is when he gets beat up in the graveyard in Season 5. Right? But he's not wearing a Squawk shirt. He's wearing a Hellfire Gang shirt. Which, spoilers, he does get one of those. He does get that shirt as a cosmetic. I think it's the graduation scene, maybe? Spoilers, by the way. Fucking spoiling everything here. It's fine. But I'm like, this conspiracy theory time. And it's not a conspiracy theory because I'm pretty sure it's fucking, like, set in stone what it was supposed to be. This was supposed to release the day of the first batch for season 5, right? The first batch would release alongside this chapter. Maybe it was PTB release or full release, not really sure, but they had to push it back a few months, right? This was supposed to happen in November, originally, November 2025. And it was speculated it would be early November with the PTB, and then full release would be day of, or maybe not day of, but around the day that the first batch releases for the final season. So it was all based on season 4 stuff. That's why I'm like, this is a child. This man's right here is a child in the show. The only time you can be like, no, he's an adult is spoilers for the final fucking episode, the final moments of season 5 of the final season. Scroll through the fucking video to see where I react to gameplay, because I might not spoil stuff there either. Okay, cool. Time skip. We do a time skip after all of the events that happen, and it's 18 months later. It's a full year and a half later, and they're the graduating class of 89. That is when they are 18, right? You graduate from high school when you're 18. Okay, 17 maybe, 19 maybe. 18 is normally the normal age, right? I was 18 when I graduated high school. He's not 18 here. He is a child here. Behavior's just fine with killing kids, which somebody else likes killing kids. Kote. But I guess that's not a Kote problem. That's a Stephen King problem now, isn't it? It's for another time, if you've seen my community post. For another time! For the Dancing Daddy. Yeah. He's a child. This is a season 4 fit. 11's is season 4. No, this is season 5. This is season 5, and I can tell the rings. Oh! Fuck the fuck! He's got Eddie's rings. So it's a season 5 fit for him. But 11... Eddie! Do it. Fucking do it, Eddie. Just looking around. Could behavior get the Human Torch in the studio, or is he too big now? Huh? That's a question. I was gonna say, I've seen his lobby animation. That was the main thing I did see. Ah! Whatever. That's what that felt like. It's close enough. It's close enough. And the fucking bow. That's amazing. Eddie should have been the survivor, not Dustin. Dustin would have made more sense. Here, we'll say this. How about this? I'll make you a deal. Make a deal with who? Fucking me? Yeah. When this releases, I'm gonna main Eddie, and I'll give you a special performance, because I do have one of these. Not just one, I have multiple of these, right? And I know how to play. So I'll give you a special cover at the start of the full release video of what I can play of Master of Puppets in a Hellfire shirt. So there's your incentive to go watch that video when that comes out in about 3 weeks. Right? This is her... No, this is season 5 fit too. This is her training fit. Yeah, okay. It's so fucking weird that, like... Again, if this... The timeline does match up. This was supposed to be the big November license release, right? That they put on the roadmap during the anniversary stream. They're like, oh, November's a big one. It's a license thing with 1 killer, 2 survivors. That's what this was going to be. But it's featuring... Dustin and 11, which I'm still confused why Dustin's here outside of that. He plays the game. Like, Gatton actually plays Dead by Daylight, which, great, that's dope. But if we're putting people in that actually play the game, where's Carl from The Walking Dead? Where's Spooky? Where's Otts as survivors? Where's Scott? Right? Where's Noob? Where's JRM? Where's these content creators? Where's Tofu as a survivor? Dwight gets a shirt, fine. But where are they in the game? They play the game more than Gatton? Maybe? I don't know. He's got a lot of free time now, I think. I don't know. But it's like, that was supposed to release when the first batch dropped. Did Behavior get insider knowledge from Netflix for this fit? I know it's only like clothes, right? They got the face that, yeah, okay, whatever. But it's so fucking weird. That's where I'm hung up on a lot of this. It's just like, this was supposed to be set. This is supposed to be season 4 stuff. But it's like both her and Dustin are in their season 5 batch 1 stuff, I guess we'll say. Maybe they got early access to batch 1. I don't know. Right? Her nose is bleeding, yeah, okay. Tweeted out something after he had his weird mental breakdown. It was a weird time in the DVD community, but maybe it's because he knew that Joyce and Hopper weren't coming, even though he reported that they were. Behavior, again, Jason, my boy Jason coming into the game, will not absolve you of all sins. He was like, yeah, it's weird that Elle doesn't have any perks that relate to her psychokinesis. It's like, yeah, the entity nerfed her. Like, duh. Like, oh, OG Vecna? Like, the real Vecna? Like, D&D's Vecna? He got that thing on the back of his skull. She probably has something like that. Like, there's no way the entities are like, oh, this bitch who can tear open gateways to other worlds? No, she's gonna let everybody out. She can't be that powerful. She doesn't look like Maya Hawke. She looks like Chelsea Green. The greatest women's US champion of all time. Chelsea Green, sorry. She looks like Chelsea Green. She doesn't look like Maya Hawke. I don't know, that's weird. Also, you cursed her with this fit. She has other better fits in Season 5. She's in Batch 1 of Season 5 if you got, like, the early access, but then again, they can't really give multiple legendary cosmetics of the same person, or I don't know. I don't remember her listening to music throughout the series, but then again, it's been a few years since season 4 and 3, definitely 3. She should have had one where she holds up the fucking tally board for Steve from season 3. What else we got lined up? We have gameplay someplace. Oh yeah, Vecna gets 2 Moris. I called that. I wrote a better chapter than them. I just want to throw that out there again. It was in the Let's Talk About Vecna coming to the fog. Again, I said my wish list was lots of cosmetics, which we seem to got that. Demogorgon rework. Didn't get that yet, unless that's something they'll reveal later. Which would be weird that they reveal it later, but maybe that's the patch after. Behavior is fucking dumb. But also, Vecna's power would be wildly different, because I'm creative, unlike them. And Vecna would have 2 Moris, because he has his normal Mori, where, you know, Chrissy! The Chrissy Mori, as I dub it. And then he would have another one, ideally, because of, you know, other things. I would have had the Chrissy Mori be this one. He has a second hidden Mori. Also, he's the first, which is fine. That's fine. I think people are like, oh, he's going to be called the Dark Sorcerer. That's dumb. The first, that's fine. He has Mindbreak, which Mindbreaker from Demogorgon. Oh, hold up. That was... we'll get to it. You have to have first make sure the survivor is inflicted with max world break tokens. Oh! I thought... Okay. Fine. No, we gotta talk about the... Bad time to pause. It's not wearing a skirt, it's fine. It's not the Sable incident. The sky though? That skybox though? They'd be hooked twice, so they gotta be they have to be on death hook, and they have to be inflicted. Inflicted, and they've been hooked twice. Your next attack with your secondary power will cause them to go into mind break mode. Oh, neato. I like that. The mind break Mori. Oh, wow. That's not mind break, that's neck snap, but all right. I do love the skybox gets red. Oh, that's him doing this, he looks like a fucking Smite character when he does it. He killed a kid! Shout out to D-Strike. Shout out to D-Strike for doing that. Shout out to Spooky, who we're gonna watch the footage of.
What is up, YouTube? It's Spooky Loops, and I hope you're having a
Hi,
fantastic
Spooky.
day so far.
Hi, Spooky. This man's looks like a fucking floppy penis. Sorry, not sorry. He looks like a veiny penis. In the lobby. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, Garden of Joy. Oh, how I loathe thee. Oh, more tentacles. Yeah, I thought when they were like, oh, he's a vine attack, I thought the thing he's been doing the entire time he's been a character, at least in season 5, because he doesn't really do shit in season 4 in terms of like hand-to-hand combat. It's always like mind games. But I thought he'd do like hand attack, right? Range attack. This is very much why doesn't it do damage? Why does it only inflict a status? I don't understand that. I hate that. We've been through this where that just... Whoa. Oh, he can do that. Oh, okay. This is why... they need better people to, like, write things for them. Because that was not... the way they described it, like I said, was... Oh, you go into a portal, and then you're like... It sounded like Xenomorph when you go into one of the things. One of the vents. But it's not. It's very clearly not. You go underneath, and it's fucking Venom. It's Venom from Marvel Rivals. That's what that is. That's Venom's ult. Sure. That's weird. I don't like that. He hits them with his ground pulse. They get 2. And now, once they have those things, they can be injured, which now it looks like might be a little easier than I thought, right? Also, this second killer in a row where it has this type of affliction type of thing, with Crashu having something similar. Thank God fucking Springtrap didn't have it. You'll find some way to add a stupid fucking mechanic like this to my boy Jason. God help you, Kote, because then no sins will be absolved. But like, he hits with that. She just takes damage. She doesn't gain another token. So I'm confused. I'm a little confuzzled about how you're supposed to get max stacks on somebody. Also, what does the timer do again? I don't fucking remember. I really don't remember. That's how, like, there's a part where it's like, it's the power that we've seen before, but also I'm like, there's too much. What happened there? Hold up. That gen's completed. He finds Eddie with... Oh! That's what Mind World Breaker mode does? Okay. Context clues. I can figure it out, I think. I don't know. Yeah, because one person is afflicted by it, the timer goes. Thus, so if World Breaker mode is going on, you can do damage with all of your moves. Okay, I'm gonna fucking sneeze. I feel it. It's in this nostril. I feel it. It's Vecna making his way through my body. He does look like a symbiote. He is moving pretty fast, which is pretty good. And doesn't seem like there's a timer. Like got him, down him, dead him. Yeah, there's no... That looks like it might need to go down? Like, count down? Because if you could just be in this mode forever, you got some insane speed. You got some insane speed on your hands.
Cooldown. If it hits. Shit, that's massive if it would have hit. Okay. All right, so we do have turn back the clock active for a little bit longer. And can I blow it up from here? Okay, I can't blow it up from here.
That's weird. That's like the only like real practical use for it, right? Because like it's active for what, 15 seconds or something like that, 20 seconds, I think. You run pop. It activates the same way. You hook somebody, you got pop, goes the weasel, active for like what, 40 seconds, 50 seconds? Just walk over to a fucking gen or kick it. Like, if you can't... This would be great in this scenario. Where you're like, the generator up there, that's probably going to go soon.
All right, so we do have turn back the clock active
right?
for a little bit longer.
You're like, oh, that generator... it's going to take me so long to get up there and kick it, and by the time I do, it might be done. Turn back the clock, you just go... And it blows up. Right? But you can't use it on that.
And can I blow it up from here? Okay, I can't blow it up from here. I think it's on cooldown. There we go.
That's not it, though. It's not on cooldown. It's active.
Get him injured. I'm so glad they have these new survivors in the game, too. It's so awesome.
Yeah, that is actually something I should point out, is that we're not just getting Dustin and 11. We're getting Dustin, 11, Robin, and Eddie. So we're getting 4 survivors, technically. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's pretty dope, right? Nothing from anybody about Jonathan getting voice lines, which is weird. Steve and Nancy get voice lines, but they don't. I'm also wondering if like they were like, we can't fucking afford Winona Ryder. We can't get her in for some voice lines. Like, maybe you should fucking shell out the money. You got Springtrap money now. You're about to have Jason money. You got some fuck money.
Yeah, you definitely slow down. You definitely slow down when you're charging Might Attack, which would make sense.
Yeah. I was gonna point out before.
You can zone pretty.
It was back here when he did the first like boop, pop goes the weasel motion. When he came out from when he did the undergate, when he fucking Shoryukens out of the upside down. That he does. It does look like you're not going as fast. It looks like it slows down quite a bit. Which again, balance. Holy shit, balance.
Pretty good, and I recover pretty quick. Not nearly as fast as like the cross suit, for instance, with regurgitator or anything like that. But you can definitely do that. Everything looks pretty good. I'm gonna go into the upside down. I become undetectable, which is nice.
Oh, I missed that
I'm
part.
not gonna lie, I was expecting us to be able to, I thought we were gonna be able to see something along the lines of like an actual different, like a different map, like a different plane, instead of me just kind of burrowing under the ground, but this works.
That also screams that if they did have prevalent info for season 5 before this was even made, which is fucking also so fucking wild, right? To think about. Like, I'm trying to, oh my god, release dates. Because Kote, let's line this up. Hold on. Oh, okay. Choose red because the upside down. So, Kote, in the past, has gone on record saying that it takes 1 year, right? This is terrible writing, but you understand, you can read. It takes 1 year to create any chapter. So that means this chapter, which was supposed to come out 2025, probably like November 2025, right? It's supposed to come out November 2025, sometime in there, right? Before Thanksgiving, around Thanksgiving in America. Okay, so that means this chapter would have needed to be in progress 2024 at the very earliest. You're telling me the Duffers were like, yo, season 5, here's some spoilers, homies. You want to make a chapter about it? That's why nothing lines up. Nothing fucking lines up. Then again, survivors probably take a lot less work than a killer power, so they probably already had Vecna done. Like, Vecna locked down, because again, I brought it up in the Let's Talk About, where I made a better killer. And probably will proceed to do for the ad infinitum, ad nausea. I brought up, like, we have enough info from season 4 to make a killer, right? Like, okay, he is in the upside down, but he can kind of traverse. We knew this, right?
It should hit somebody. There we go. All right, World Breaker is now active. So we have 2 tokens on the Robin. And it doesn't look.
That does sound like Jamie Campbell, so fingers crossed. So there was enough to make
Vecna.
Vecna.
Able to cleanse them, because it looks like the Nancy also has them too.
There was enough to go on to make Vecna as a killer. They would just have to get like scans for Dustin and 11 and like create some perks around that, which are just like cobbled together other perks, right? Yeah, so I don't want to take away like credit like that they did. No, they did it within a week. No, that's not happening.
Just like the Huntress, anything that's ranged, being able to kind of like lock them in animation is going to be key here.
Yes,
100%.
Very much so. So like, it probably did take a long time to make those perks and get them to work and have correct interactions also, especially the trap one. We bug the window, but like...
Right, look at the sky though, when World Breaker happens. Everything's all red, like the upside down. It's so
yeah,
cool,
it is
man.
the upside down. I was thinking like when the red lights flash in the upside down.
This is turn back the clock, so 10%, and it's each time I hook a
survivor, just look at
so
it.
I'm wondering, it's not token based, I'm wondering if I can use it every single time. Okay, scratch marks here.
Yeah.
I'm going into the upside down now. I'm gonna kind of trail behind this Nancy and head over here.
I would like to see a survivor perspective of that, if the survivors can see that symbiote moving across the ground.
How big this is.
Yeah, it's so very weird that like
grab, we'll
timeline-wise, times don't match.
This will keep everyone trapped in here. Oh no, this is the anti-camp one. Ah, okay, so you can't do that. Good to know. So you're not able to kind of go there and just cheese.
Yeah, that's very good. Very good.
Which is interesting.
Thing. But like, again, the timer.
On this person.
The timeline is very fucky with this one.
I think they're gonna run into main.
Because Kote, again, numerous times saying it takes over a year to make a chapter. We get like the idea or the license. And
they have to be able to see that.
We work on it for a year plus, get everything right. That's how long it takes, from like developmental, brainstorming, and all this other stuff. So like this chapter would have been in work when season 5 was being produced and worked on.
Nice, World Breaker token there.
I don't know.
We're building up time. We're building up time, which is
Why
good.
Dustin? Why Dustin?
Nice. Our World Breaker's activated. Now we can do damage.
Like them teasing Dustin
Ooh,
before
just missed him. I'm gonna go into the upside
before the final episode came out. I'm like, does Dustin die? What happens? Why is he in the fog? Like, granted, Steve and Nancy are here because, right? They're under the same type of lore that Leon is, where he's like, he walked into a freezer and then that was it. Leon's lore is still like 3 sentences. He killed a zombie, walked into a walk-in freezer, it closed behind him, he woke up in the entity's realm. That's it. Okay. So I was curious, like, okay, how did they get here? Steve's is like, Nancy sent out a distress call from Hawkins. This is also when they were in season 2, because they already note that Nancy is a journalist. That happens in season 2 when they're out of high school, thus adults. They're not kids. I feel like I have to bring that up every time, because I know people are probably like, they're not, they already had kids in the game. I'm like, Dustin's fucking 17 at, no, he's probably 16, 17 in season 5. Same thing with Elle. Kids. They're fucking kids. They're not pre-adults, because that's dumb, Drake. Diddy. They're kids, fuckers. He didn't just spell rapper without a P, did he? Not like us. But, like, she's a journalist. He gets a distress call from her in Hawkins' lab. He goes in and then kind of just falls into the Upside Down, or falls into the entity's realm. Same thing with her. So, like, there's weirder things, weirder reasons for characters to be in the realm. I'm curious what the lore is for Dustin. I guarantee I know the lore for 11. Now that the finale has happened. Spoilers. Not going to get into it. But, like...
Down? Be a little sneaky.
Why Dustin? Why not Will? Why not Mike?
Ooh. Okay, so
I don't understand.
AoE attack, it's going to be really difficult to catch survivors in a
The
position.
only reason I can guess is because I've seen some people be like, we got Dustin and Steve in the game. The bros are in the game. Like, okay, that's cute. I told you a reason what we could have done in the Let's Talk About. We're like, okay, Joyce and Hopper as survivors, and then you can add 11 and Robin and whatever other Karen, who was a fucking badass in season 5, the final season. Could have them as skins for Joyce, and Hopper can have like fucking Mike, Will, Lucas, Dustin. You have all the kids, Eddie. You can make a fucking fortune on skins with those 2 characters alone. But that was only if there was some sort of time skip, which, go back to the spoiler, like, you could, if they age up at all post final battle, whoever survives is aged up a little bit, then yeah, you can have that, because then they're adults. Kote in the past saying like, no, we're not going to kill kids, we're not going to put kids in the game. A big reason why,
obviously,
like, certain other shit hasn't lined up.
Look at that! Like, you can just zone them to the backside of a window.
I don't know.
And do it like that. That's so
I don't
cool.
know. I don't know. I don't know.
Huge down. Let's go.
There was more. There was more.
Yeah, there's
People wanting Joyce and Hopper than
timer, but
Dustin.
there's no real way.
I'll tell you that much.
This looks like there's no real way to kind of cleanse your tokens. I think once you're in it type stuff. Okay, so once you, another thing to notice is once you are in here, this should hit Steve. It did? Wow, that's so big. You definitely move slower. You definitely move slower while I'm in World Breaker.
Doesn't seem like it.
Oh, all 3 survivors are here. That's insane.
But then again, I don't know.
We can turn back the clock. We're gonna blow up the gin while we're in chase, which is crazy.
That's actually very useful.
Awesome.
Again, it's the whole like it can't be used on like a floor above. It's weird.
Jeez,
That's a hell of a hit.
Let's go. Now this is gonna be the second hook for our Robin friend here.
What is it
Be able to use turn back the clock
similar
again.
to?
Yeah,
I've
so
seen
it's
that like
every single time.
I've seen that. I've seen that like type of like ground explosion before.
Look at that. Okay, that one's regressing, so it
I don't know.
has to be on a generator that's not regressed.
I do not know.
Ooh, it didn't let me do that there. Interesting.
I don't know. I think they fumbled with these survivors.
Soak in there. While you're
Like,
in the
yes,
upside
Elle
down,
is like the
what I
main.
noticed,
She's not the main character. Let's be honest.
you
Elle is
cannot
not the
come
main
out of it.
character.
You
She's
have
the
to-
main
you
foil.
have to send it. You have to send
Right.
the undergate attack.
She is the main foil
Okay, let's go over there.
for Vecna, but she's not the main character. If anything, I would say Mike is the main character, just because a
Can I
lot
be
centers
stunning here?
around
Like, something
him.
like this would be ideal. Like, forcing him to be in a
But
really
season
bad spot.
3
Just
onward,
missed him. Just missed him.
Hopper and Joyce are the main characters. The kids are kind of just
Okay, there we
here,
go. We're in World Breaker now.
doing like fucking with the mind flare.
So, and I think I'd go from 4.6 to 4.4. That'd be my assumption. Oh, huge. All right, this person
I don't
is on death hook.
He looks good.
So now we can take a look here.
He looks like he's going to be a very good killer, right? Again, it's common ground where a new killer drops and everybody's like S tier,
First
okay,
Mori
easily
for
S tier.
Vecna. Let's take a look
Right?
here.
They said it about Springtrap.
I'm excited.
They said it about yeah, that's proper. They said it about Springtrap and Crashu. Crashu seems like, yeah, genuinely. Oh, he mentions Eddie. Brutal. Brutal.
Wow, dude. Well, that's about how we anticipated that would go.
Yep. Brutal.
And that's it down here because I'm still in World Breaker. Amazing.
Like,
So
everything
cool,
looks
man.
great
And,
about
this
it.
is one of
Like,
the great
power
fucking
looks
blocks.
great.
Obviously, I cannot see the
Perks
aura of
look
these.
pretty
So it's very
good.
similar to like a pig box. I'm unable to see. Right, I'm going to use the upside down the traverse here because I move a little bit faster. We know this gem with Hex Hive Mind is very close to being finished. Alright, she's World Breaker here. Look at that.
She is full, but she's only stage 1.
Oh, what
Yeah,
the
it's gonna
hell
be a
is
big
this?
thing where you have to like,
Okay.
oh,
Oh, great. We have Chemical Trap now for Windows. That's amazing. Whoa, dude. All right, the last thing that we haven't
God,
seen
that lasts
is Secret
forever.
Project.
That's dumb.
And that's if a hex totem gets cleansed.
That is
we can
also,
only attack for 30 seconds,
Chemtrap.
which is nice.
for Windows, yeah. It's the same
crazy,
little
man.
bomb too. It's just haphazardly placed on a
Yo, the
windowsill.
Hex Hive Mind is
Like,
over,
alright.
so once we're down to 1 gen, everything explodes. And then starts regressing.
Yeah.
And now the perk is deactivated. Let's go traverse the upside down. Let's be sneaky.
Which I'm curious, like, because it says like, oh, once you're down to 1 gen, the 3 gens explode, and then the totem goes dull. If you don't have a totem lit, does it still work? Probably not,
Pressing
right?
Here.
I would assume.
Steve's going for a save. I have to undergate attack this. God damn. That's wild. But look, all right, look. So yeah, like this, it definitely builds. Like World Breaker builds for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Like once you get up to these max tokens, then like it hurts really bad. Okay,
Yeah, that
this
is going to be a
tricky.
thing.
Can I do it downstairs? Looks like I have to be on the same plane as my target.
Well, that would just be very strong. So fucking gnarly.
I love the fact that he calls him by name. It's so
Yes.
cool. Okay, so
It's very
I'm
nemesis.
trying to find a Nancy here, which we did. Just missed her.
Hit him with it.
I do like that it's not a crazy long attack either.
I'm like, I want to see him get it,
Yeah, you definitely want to put it in front of them somehow.
just to be like, oh,
Okay,
it
she
is
said
doable,
max
because I know
token.
it's going to
What
be an
does this mean?
achievement. I
We have a
know
clock on her portrait.
my achievement
and
hunter
it's ticking,
brain.
It's ticking fast.
immediately
World Breaker's
clicked
almost
on.
finished. She's at max tokens. Do we have a special event for this? What?
Weak and fragile.
Okay. Yo, we have. Oh my god, dude. Okay, so when you're at max World Breaker tokens and you are on Deathlock, I'm assuming you're on Deathlock, or unless maybe not. It could be once you're at max tokens, you're just kind of condemned. And if you get found, you get hit with a vine attack, then that's it. And that's absolutely it. Then you're just gonna get quick time Mori, which is crazy. Kind of like Sadako, kind of like
Yeah.
Executioner. Dude, that is so awesome, man.
Oh, it's definitely going to be a fucking achievement to get at least one.
Alright, she's at
Mori
max-
that
she's at
way.
max tokens.
Although maybe it seems like they have learned.
Nice. Nice.
It seems like they have learned.
That is the
Like,
first.
make
That is
achievements
Vecna from
good and enjoyable. He looks good. He does look fun and good. That fucking outro, this frolic through the tulips.
Friends.
Look at him go.
Is the first. That is Vecna from the Stranger Things.
I'm going. But he does look fun. He does look good. So there's that. They didn't say anything about a new Hawkins. That is the thing I'm curious about. It looked like in the trailer, every trailer they've shown so far, little snippets here and there, that it does look like there is a new Hawkins, but then again, it'd be cool. It's not technically a new map. It's a new map variation. Doesn't count. I don't know. I'm only like half excited for this because again, I don't. Dustin, why fucking Dustin? That makes no sense. Like, all right, 11, fine. She's one of the main characters, right? She's the main foil for Vecna. She's kind of the key to the entire Vecna puzzle. Fine. Like, why not Will? Why not Mike? Like, you had Eddie in here. Like, oh, Eddie, that makes sense. He died a hero. I don't know. Dustin being here is so fucking weird. So absurdly weird. Again, is it just because he plays Dead by Daylight? And it's known that he plays Dead by Daylight. Also, them immediately releasing Eddie as a skin. Nobody's going to be playing as Dustin. Everybody's going to be playing as Eddie. I don't know. I don't know. It's a fumble. That aspect of it is a fumble. The fact that we're not getting a demo rework, fumble. We're not getting a new Hawkins variation is a fumble. The only thing that isn't a fumble is Vecna, it seems. The kids' perks seem fine. They seem like they'll be okay. His perks definitely seem pretty good. Now seeing them in action. Same thing with his ability and all that stuff. I'm only half excited for this chapter, but that is what it is. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if they say anything. We'll see if we get a lore update for Dustin, why the fuck he's here. It still won't make sense why they chose him over everybody else unless it was a likeness thing. We're dealing with actual real people here, right? So they seem to got they got Maya Hawke and fucking Eddie, forgot his name, Joseph Quinn. They got their likeness for skins. Like, they got Millie Bobby Brown, they got Gatton. So, like, could you not get Finn Wolfhard? His likeness? Could you not get Dave Harbour or Winona? You got Jamie Campbell Bower's likeness because of his skin. He gets an alt skin that is part human. It's when he goes into the Upside Down, or gets sent there by 11 in season 4. Which again, a lot of stuff alluding to season 4 stuff. Was a very big Joyce and Hopper season, but I don't know. Right, that's when Hopper was in Russia. Was that season? I think so. Yeah. Because season 3 was Mind Flare. Yeah, I think I'm right about that. But like, I don't know. Why not Joyce and Hopper? Why not two actual adults that people really enjoy and who are really good characters? I don't know. For now, though, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed what you witnessed, if you're excited for this, hook the like button, more subscribe button, bing bong the bell, and until next time, I will see you in the fog. Oh, good luck in the fumbling, everybody.